Hi guys, Geraldine Ralph here. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the alert button because you are going to want to know everything about running your own home daycare. I will be talking a lot about tips for being a great mom and staying physically fit and mentally fit and financially fit. That's super important, right? So I run a home daycare. I have 6 small children under the age of 5, and I am going to be doing a lot of different talks for you guys about how to organize your home and how to organize your finances. Today we are going to be talking about preparing for tax write-off season. Right now it's 2021 and I'm getting ready to start the new year. I'm also wrapping up from last year, and I'm reviewing some of the systems that I've had in place, using some tried and true systems, trying out some new things so that I can make sure that my budget is on track. Because it's not just about the money that you make in your business, it's also the money that you get to keep. It's all about making sure that you are tracking your expenses, tracking your income. And I'm going to show you my surefire, super duper easy, oh my gosh, way to take care of your finances. First things first for your business. Track all of your expenses and your income for your business. First things first, you have to have the right tools. The one tool that I absolutely love is this planner. I go to Michael's every year for like the last 4 years. Using this planner has been huge. There are a lot of different kinds of planners available out there, but I really love this planner. And a pro tip for you that I just discovered this year: if you are late getting out there to get your planner, I tried a different planner, found out I didn't like it, went back to the old tried and true version of the planner that I love. And anyways, I was like 2 weeks into, or maybe a week or 2 weeks into the new year when I bought my planner, and I got my planner super cheap. So normally this is like a $40 planner, and I got it for like $15. So I'm going to show you what I think is the key to having a really good planner and what I like to use in my planner and why this planner works for me. So for starters, I'm going to take you to a month that hasn't been written in yet. The wonderful thing about this planner is that it has a big, just a quick overview calendar. This is where I track all of my income and my expenses for my business. So I personally find that it's really important to have something that I write in versus electronically storing my information. I do also back it up electronically, and whenever I send it to my tax guy, I definitely have it. I have it all I have it all in a spreadsheet for him. But my day-to-day tracking of my expenses, I like to track every single day so that I don't miss a thing. The number one thing that I do is, one of the parents come in, they hand me a check. Immediately, I have a little drawer in my teacher counter where I put the check, and then I also write down how much the check was and who it's from. So at the end of the month, I can just look at this little calendar here, and I can say, okay, all of these parents paid, and this is the date that they paid on, and this is how much tuition each one of those parents paid. So I have all of that right there at a glance. I'm not digging around in my planner, not trying to figure out what day everybody paid. I can just see it right on this page. The next thing that I track on this page is an overview of my expenses. Now this is an overview. I'm not going through every tiny little expense. I'm just writing down my receipts. Another thing, I did create a video about the Jordan Page envelope system that I'm using this year. That's one of my new tricks and that I'm going to be using. You can go ahead and view that video. I'm not going to talk too much about that other than to say it's a little envelope in my purse. I have my budget written on the envelope, and I keep all of my receipts in that envelope because I was finding that I just had, I was really good about tracking my expenses and tracking where I'm spending my money, but not always good about keeping my receipts. And it's super important to keep all of your receipts because you have to show where you spent your money and what you spent your money on. So like if I would go to Kroger and I picked up paper towel and a bunch of cleaning supplies, sometimes I would write down, well, this is my food expense, but I didn't get the tax write-off for the cleaning supplies and the paper towel because I forgot to keep my receipt or whatever. I lost my receipt. It was bouncing around in my purse or bouncing around in my car, and I didn't have a good system in place. So now I use the envelope system. I'm going to link that video below this video just so that you can kind of see what that looks like if you're interested in it, or you could check out Jordan Page at Fun, Cheap, or Free. She's amazing and wonderful and awesome. Anyways, back to my system here. So on this page of your handy dandy planner, I don't care what brand planner you buy, it doesn't affect me one way or another. I'm just showing you the system I use. On this page, you're going to put in your income And then you're also going to record your expenses, where you were, how much money you spent, and put it on the date. So that's going to be just your financial overview. So whenever you're like going back to review your taxes at the end of the month, you're going to be like, oh, that's right, I spent some money at Kroger. Where's that Kroger receipt? I need to document those paper towels. So I do that. I also shoot family photos, and I just do that as a little side hustle to pick up some extra cash because I have some incredible financial goals that I'm working towards. And I can just track that information in here so I can see if I'm hitting my targets. Like, what are my target goals for my photography gig? What are my target goals for my daycare? And am I meeting them? And if I'm not, what do I need to do to adjust? So that's what I really love about this page. And then also there's a little notes section on the side here. In the notes, I just document little things like, say if I cancel the subscription to something, like I recently downgraded my cable. I had 2 cable boxes, but I was only using one. So I ended up saving like $10 a month. I put that in there. And then that way it's like, I can look at that and be like, oh, this is where I'm saving money now. And it's a really quick reference guide for where you're going in your financial plan for your business. One thing I know about us early childhood girls is we love working with the families, we love working with the kids. The business side of it sometimes struggles because we're super creative and not always super good at tracking all those expenses. The next part of my planner is this part here where I have 3 different sections. I write what I do in the morning when I first wake up. I'm the kind of person, I pop out of bed, I like to get a few things done. It makes me feel really good about my day. So in this part of my planner, I put about 3 different things that I'm gonna do for my business or for myself. This part of my planner, I write what my lesson plans were for the day. And this part of my planner is anything that I need to follow up on. So that's why I love this planner, because it has 3 different sections on the day. That's not really for record keeping as far as like expenses or whatever, but it's just a little fun side note. Also, again, we have this little note section in here if there's anything else that I need to keep track of. Right now with COVID, I have been applying for grants. So I also will put down information like which grants did I apply for and how much did I get, or you know, whatever. If I didn't get a grant, what was the reason why I didn't get a grant? That's really helpful to keep track of on this overview part here. Also, when I make my receipts at the end of the year, well, at the end of the month, so at the end of the month, I will go through all of my receipts and make sure that I'm tracking everything. It's really important when you're running a home daycare to keep track of all of your expenses and keep track of all of your income. The money that you bring in, there are so many different write-offs that you can have for home daycare. It's really important to keep track of all of your expenses so that when you hand all of your information to your tax professional, they can look over everything and tell you exactly how much you're going to be able to write off for your business. There are a lot of things that you might not know that you're able to write off. Little things like recently I purchased a lot of different yoga pants that I am using for the base layer because we've had to create an outdoor classroom for my daycare. So I went out and I purchased a bunch of base layer things so that I could layer up very quickly whenever I'm coming in and coming out with the kids. If I have to take a child into the potty or go outside, it's just nice to be able to slip an extra pair of pants on, slip them off, and be able to get in and out of the door really quickly. So I was able to write that off. So there's a ton of things that you can write off for your business that you might not know about. So it's really, really, really important for you to track all of your expenses and to keep all of your receipts. Another thing that you can do is at the end of the month, take all your receipts, staple them together, stick them in a Ziploc bag, write the name of the month on them, and just go ahead and document all of that. At the end of the year, I create a year-end statement for my clients. Some people like to give their clients a statement every week or every month. I just find that to be extra tedious paperwork that I don't want to do. So I just let all my families know that they'll be getting a year-end statement at the end of the statement, and it will say at the top, it has the name of my business, and it has my tax ID number, my license number, my name, and my address, so that when their tax preparer is looking up that information, they have all my information. It's also really important for you to get a tax ID number that's separate. Otherwise, people will have your social security number. Obviously, that's not very safe. So you definitely don't want people to have your social security number. Let's see. Yeah. So then at the end of the year, another thing I do is make sure that my clients sign the document. I don't want to have people just writing down random numbers for how much money they paid for their childcare. So I create my document that states what they paid each month, have all my parents review that with their documents at home, and then they sign it and then I sign it. You can either take a screenshot and send your client the screenshot, or you can make a hard copy, whatever you want to do. Definitely keep that information on hand in your own files. That way, if your clients ever say, if there's ever any dispute, or say if you get two parents that are divorced and both parents claim childcare for the year, you're not on the hook for that, because you can show that you only gave one parent that document and that you did your part. So I hope my video helps. If you have any other questions about tracking your income and your expenses for your home daycare, let me know. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that you get all the alerts for upcoming videos, because I'm going to be creating a bunch of content to help you become a better home daycare provider. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.